Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera. I am FAIZAH, BINTI JUWARI from Group 12 in subject Islamic Economy. Today, I will conduct a video regarding the role of Islamic economy in rationalizing consumer behavior. The presenter who will giving out the details information will be Ms. BAHJATUNNUFUS, Ms. Kamila, Ms. NURQASDINA and Ms. AZLINA. As for me, I will conduct this discussion along with the help of creative editor, which is Ms. AMIRA BALQHIS. Firstly, I would like to give out a simple explanation regarding Islamic economics. Islamic economics refers to the knowledge of economics or economic activities and processes in terms of Islamic principles and teachings. Islam has a set of special moral norms and values about individual and social economic behavior. Therefore, it has its own economic system, which is based on its philosophical views and is compatible with the Islamic organization of other aspects of human behavior, which is social and political system. But in this discussion, we would like to know about what is really meant by the role of Islamic economy in rationalizing consumer behavior. Can we get an explanation?
According to the Macmillan Dictionary, rationalization is an attempt to justify behavior that does not appear reasonable or appropriate. This report emphasizes the importance of consumption rationalization in the Islamic economy. In the Islamic economy, rationalization is the use of resources and the avoidance of harm to others that require not only the interest of the current generation, but also the interest of future generation. This is because the provision for the purpose of Islamic Sharia determine the decision they make, which is known as qualified decision, whenever they set generous rules to achieve their goals. Islam is a complete life system that controls Muslim consumer behavior. Rationalization in Islamic economy need to be broadened so that today's market can achieve higher transaction and ensure for a better future in working life. The most important role in securing the Islamic economy is equality, which allows everyone equal access to natural resources and means of subsistence. Education is an important thing that needs to be expanded, particularly the spread of knowledge, because even a little helps them grow much stronger and braver. All property in Islamic economy are owned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He owns the entire property, and the individual has been granted possession right as a trust. Wealth can be obtained legally through hard work and inheritance. Is it necessary for them to dig in order to obtain the basic necessity for survival, not just to obtain luxurious or lavish consumption every day? This is because caring for the injured person is far more important than covering our abilities in order to appear luxurious. Zakat is very important in Islamic economy. It is easily available at any counter to pay zakat in order to balance the needy and poor, in order to claim the institutionalized support of society.
That seems clear to me. Thank you, Ms. NURQASDINA. So, to be short, all of the items in dunya belongs to the Almighty, and us humans need to be considerate, also rational in order to use all of these borrowed items in dunya. Alright. Shall we move on to what is meant by the judge's role in the marketplace?
The first issue that found in this article is the market depends on the judge's rule, which is the authority that guarantees an equal share of the exchange. A judge's decision can change a person's future and position and life, and even more importantly, a court decision also can take away a person's rights and freedom. The appraisal function of judges in the marketplace is to help develop legal precedents, promote business efficiency, and ultimately contribute to the formation of sound market competition policies. Based on the competition law in the force, among the evidence considered by the judge during the assessment are resistant to enter the market or growing, And the second one is market share, including stability and resilience. And the third one is market characteristics, including openness to imports. And the next one is properties of the firm, including relative size, level of profitability, integration vertical, available resources, and economy of scale. And the next one is buyer's ability to influence the terms and conditions, the buyer powers of set. So all of these concepts can be interpreted by looking at the common meaning of the word, but require an understanding of the economics underlying this concept. Moreover, the formation and development of this concept may cover a long period of time in line with the understanding gained through further economic research on the role of competition in helping markets function.
Interesting, Ms. Baja. I heard that there might rise some prohibitions in holding business. So, Ms. Baja, from your view, what are the prohibitions in business prescribed by Islam?
And the second issue is Islamic law prohibits a range of social and economic activities such as usury, monopolization, and so forth. Islam strongly encourages business activities. In fact, there are many verses and hadiths that encourage and support business activities. Although business activities are organized and encouraged in Islam, it does not mean that human beings are free to determine business procedures without any precondition that must be followed. To ensure human welfare is guaranteed and protected, Islam has banned several things in business activities. Among the things that are prohibited in business activities are riba, extortion, and taking property in a vain manner, corruption, and also monopolized goods, which means istikar. And the first one is riba, and riba is something that is forbidden in Islam because riba is categorized as one of the 7 major things that have been said by Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. In conducting business activities, usury practice should be completely avoided. A good trader and pleasing to Allah is a trader who is able to do business in accordance with the provision of Islamic law, free from any form of usury, whether in obtaining capital, making saving, making investment, and the like. What is meant by riba is any addition in certain goods and addition or debt due to postponement of period. And the second one is extortion and taking property in a vain manner. Islam also forbids extortion and the act of taking other people's property in a forced way. Taking other people's property in a forced and wrong way can happen in various ways and forms, such as stealing, robbing, cheating, deceiving, gambling, and so on. If a person desires goods and something of value in the possession of others, then he can obtain it through the path of business, which is free from any element which is considered to be wrong and right. Next is corruption. Some people think that the bribery, coffee money, and the table money is a must in the business. This is because for those who bribe, it can help identify important people, help get projects and wider business opportunities, facilitate the project journey, and can also help facilitate the after-sales service promise. In short, there is nothing that cannot be done if given a little money. Half of them hide by changing the term corruption with other words such as help, assistance, give, charity, and the like. Indeed, corruption is very different from alms and gift. The last one is monopolized goods, istikar. The act of monopolizing public necessities is also an act that is forbidden in Islam. Monopolies of essential goods such as sugar, rice, oil, and the like are usually made by traders, so that essential goods are reduced in the market, and as a result, the price of such goods can be increased and can be sold more expensively. With that, the business will get multiplied profit. This act is forbidden in Islam because it causes harm and inconvenience to the civil society, especially the poor and those on low incomes.
That is very clear and on point. I thank you very much for the detailed informations. Moving on to how the social justice can help to avoid manipulative systems in the economy. On you, Ms. Kamila.
The third issue that has been found in this article is that social justice helps avoid manipulative systems in the economy. Social justice is the third essential component of the Islamic economy related to a moral and ideological concept and the principle of equality through connection between people in culture as well as fair access to income, possibilities and premium luxury. There are two general principles that Islamic thought focuses for social justice, which are mutual responsibility and social balance.
That is very interesting. Why does Islam focus on social justice within these two general principles?
Both parties who are required to perform the job and responsibilities in accordance with Sharia terms and conditions of their contract of employment are referred to as mutual responsibilities. While social balance is a collaboration between the wealthy and the poor to reach the requirements of the poor and homeless. Islamic thought focuses on social justice within these two generally because it helps the community focus on balancing the economy by making the rich do zakat or sadaqah on their wealth for those who need it more. Next, there are three elements necessary for the execution of social justice, which is Tawheed, a man-God relationship also known as monotheism. Second, Ijtihad, which is related to an independent legal judgment, effort or ability to deduce sources. The last one is ethics, which are moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conduct of an activity.
And may I know how to determine the pattern of consumption that has influenced customers to properly expend their money?
The last issue is determining the pattern of consumption that has influenced consumers to properly expend their money. Consumer behavior is the study of how individuals manage their purchases based on their attitudes and feelings after buying products. Based on Islamic law, Muslims have to be able to control themselves from following their own desires before buying the stuff that they want. Islam already explains to Muslims what is halal and what is haram through the Al-Quran, Hadith and throughout the discussion with the scholars of Islam. The ability of a society's economic process to satisfy the requirements of its people defines its suitability.
Phew, that is a very critical discussion that we brought up. So, Ms. Azlina, may I know what you can conclude regarding the raised issues in this discussion?
The conclusion of the topic. Each state has different economic characteristics. The distinction refers to the market held on the basis of zakat, such as the authority responsible for the same share of exchange. The ownership is based on the Islamic economy, where there are forms of private and public ownership. In addition, based on Islamic economics, there are Islamic law. The law for each state is based on activities that follow Sharia. This is so, Islam prohibits various social and economic activities such as riba, monopoly and so on. This issue clarifies that every activity performed in Islamic economy is an activity permitted by Sharia. In this region, Islam has expanded and carried out its responsibilities in the Islamic state. Thus, the economy and social justice of the Muslim community can help to avoid manipulative system in Islamic economics. In fact, each of the expenditures made based on Islamic economics will encourage the society to spend their money properly. We can see the whole from the discussion, making the importance of economy based on Islamic economics has a great impact, and factors that help in the expansion of the Islamic economic system are applied. The principle of Islamic economic system provide a different perspective compared to other economic systems, where Islam is the main pillar that makes man a creature of the face of the earth, who is made a caliph to be responsible and entrusted. Social responsibility is also emphasized to achieve the concept of al-falah. All decisions made are based on Al-Quran and As-Sunnah to ensure the social well-being of life.
That is very clear and valuable. I am so glad to have participated in conducting this meaningful topic of discussion. I am also very pleased to see the improvement and the widen of the knowledge of Islamic economy. I guess this is the end of our meet. Thank you for your cooperation as a viewer to watch and join this discussion. That is all from us. May Allah bless us always. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. See you again, inshallah.